CEO. All right, so do be on the lookoot for that this Saturday at 11 a.m. New York Eastern Standard Time. Okay, I'll be giving away about $200 worth of Bitcoin for anybody, for 2 people rather, who participate. Okay, so do join us there. POOLZ is going to do amazing as well, just in time for the alt season. It's the crypto lifestyle, baby. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another live stream interview. And in today's show, we will be sitting down with POOLZ CEO Guy Oren, who will be breaking down his project, which will be going live soon. Things like what is decentralized swap pools, cross-chain pools, and auctions. We're going to get educated on these subjects while having a bit of fun at the same time. So please grab yourself a coffee, tell the wife you're busy watching TCL, because it's going to be a very informative and enjoyable interview. So with all of that being said, Mr. Oren, thank you so much for coming onto the program and welcome to the show.
Hey everyone, thank you for the opportunity to be here. And thank you for hosting us, Crypto Lifestyle.
You're most welcome, man. I always try to bring on, new gem projects, and I do think POOLZ is exactly that. So you fit the bill on the description here to come onto the show. So thank you once again for joining. As you know, Guy, we are live on YouTube, so let me just say a quick hello to everybody in the chat. And we got quite the people here already. What's up, guys? Thank you for joining us deep. We got Shane, Citizens, always representing and supporting the channel, and Mohammed, Manny, Alex, the list goes on, Techni. Mr. AVT, everybody's here. Right now we got about 108 viewers, and everybody wants to know what is POOLZ and the hype, and for good reason. And we're going to get into all of that, guys. So I guess let's get started, right, Mr. Oren? So I guess the first thing I will want to know before we get into what POOLZ Finance is exactly, could you please break down the people behind POOLZ? Who are your team members, if you don't mind?
Absolutely. So first of all, we start to establish all the product about half a year ago. By now, the core team, including 10 team members, we have 3 founders, Stan, the CTO, and Liam, the CMO, 4 developers, and of course, we have some marketing and product employees in the companies. We have 3 advisory, Ian from Ferrum Network, Ka from TomoChain, and Dor, that was the lead blockchain developer in eToro and Banco.
Awesome. Yeah, you got quite the panel there. I could see that. I'm actually familiar with Ian myself from the Ferrum Network, so I know he's a good guy. And where his project was today, it's made some really some leaps and bounds and some great strides. So I'm glad to see he's on your advisory list there. He does a good job. So you got a solid team there. And Mr. Oren, so Guy, normally when I do my live streams, I give a little shout out to my people, right? So this is the time that I do it after the first or second question. So please allow me to do this. I first want to see a big shout out going out to a fellow Israeli friend as well. I know you're from Israel, my friend Doran, who was pushing me to cover pools so much. Normally, I cover projects where we get allocation, and I know obviously you guys weren't able to do a large amount because you're not raising that amount, and I'm forever grateful for that. So big shout out to Doran who's pushing this on to me as well, Pools. So yeah, he deserves that shout out. Once again, I want to know, Guy, so what is your team? What do you guys have planned for in 2022? Because I'm actually going to be having a yacht party, I think, by the looks of it, if one of our investments goes 100x, and I would love to invite you to come hang out with myself and my community if that's something you're up for. So the invite is there for you, Guy, for you and your team in 2022. We're going to have a yacht party, and we're going to be cruising the world, literally. So when the time comes, I would be knocking on your door and reminding you. Also, lastly here, if you want to say something, go ahead.
No, I say feel free, of course.
Okay, I like to hear that. Right on. You're a trooper. And also to my subscribers, man, I got a massive announcement for the people in my Telegram chat. I'm actually going to be giving away $5,000, $1,000 worth of USDT, $1,000 worth of USDC, $1,000 units of WISE. It's almost at, I think, 78 cents right now. Okay, one Ethereum, which is about $1,000, and $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. All right, and I'm gonna actually have the admins, Luigi, Dev, Citizen. They're gonna airdrop it to you guys. We're gonna figure out how we're gonna give that away. But most certainly, a massive shout out going out to Phil. Right, Phil made that really cool rap song, and I want you guys to take a quick look at this, man. This is what we're talking about. This is the type of community we have.
Let me in, TCL. I wanna be part of your crew. Let me in, TCL. I wanna be part of your crew. Alright. Matt Francis, you have the best picks. I want to learn your awesome tricks. Bobby bass, I also duck down. This is like a common cow. I'm not the hip hop guy. I fly with metal high. But you inspired me to try it out and shout out loud. Let me in, TCL.
So he was asking for the chat. We got a very exclusive chat guy, and he made that song. So this is what I'm going to do for you, Phil. You got a choice out of those five $1,000. Which one you want? You can take 1,000 from USDC, USDT, 1,000 worth of Bitcoin, 1,000 worth of Ethereum, or 1,000 units of WISE. It's your choice, brother. You deserve it. Now let's get to what POOLZ Finance is all about. So, Guy, please tell us, what exactly is POOLZ Finance for the viewers who are now coming across this live stream, who's hearing about POOLZ Finance for the first time?
So POOLZ basically is a platform that allows project owners to manage the private sale under the decentralized environment. As we know, one of the biggest problems by now at the market for project owners is to manage all the process on the fundraising and manage the public sale and private sale as well. So we put a lot of effort to find a solution to provide to those project owners decentralized environments that will do everything automatically under the smart contract.
Gotcha. So is it safe to say that, there's a lot of new projects coming into this space, obviously, and people want to find a place where they could get into these, maybe pre-sales, or maybe they want to invest into these early projects. Is it safe to say that POOLZ could be something, I know it's not entirely a token launchpad, but does it fall under that umbrella? Would you say that? It could be like a token launchpad in a way?
Absolutely. You can say that POOLZ is the link between project owner and early stage investors.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah, no, I really like that aspect because there are loads of projects coming in, and another reason why my subscribers love the channel is because exactly that. I try to give them, entry into early access to these projects like POOLZ, and thank you so much for that allocation, by the way, Guy. That means a lot. That goes a long way with our community, and DuckDAO as well. Thank you so much. So, yeah, I'm all for this project, man. I'm all for that. I think that how we need something like this that's going to stand up strong and do what they're going to do, right? Because this is a demand, and if you guys guys could fill that void, I would definitely be your number one supporter in that regard, right? Giving to the people at the early phases. That's what it's all about. So pretty much POOLZ, there's more to it than just that, right? So let's actually dive into the cross-chain liquidity side of things, if you don't mind, because, that term might, I don't think everybody's really familiar with that term. So if you don't mind breaking that down, what is cross-chain liquidity, Guy?
Yes. So obviously at the beginning, when we start to develop all the product, we put a lot of effort from both sides, from the project owner and the investors. During the time, we understand that the solution that we can provide can be much bigger. Then we start to develop some solution for ourselves. Of course, and obviously, the main event will be the token sales for the company.
Right.
And the idea for our side is to provide A to Z solution for project owner, not only the public sale themselves. So we aim to develop token factory, synthetic tokens, and bridge. And the idea is that we want to provide this kind of project owner possibility to manage all the public sale from A to Z in POOLZ. At the beginning, they can establish their token in the network, for example, Ethereum, and we allow them possibility to use our bridge system and create new token under a different network using our synthetic token. In this case, the project owner can manage the private sale in different network in the same time.
Gotcha. So when you say your synthetic token, is that like how, Bitcoin on Ethereum, like say on Uniswap, you can't do it. There's wrapped Bitcoin. So there's going to be a form of that sort of like, it's not the actual POOLZ token. So there's like another synthetic token that could operate on different blockchains, is what you're saying?
For example, project owner can create a token on in our token factory, token issuer on Ethereum. Right. And then they have possibility to move some of the circulation and the token for other blockchain.
Right.
And in this case, they can manage the private sale in two different networks in the same time.
Right. Gotcha. Because a lot of projects coming out are only limited to ERC20, but you are offering any network, right? And we're going to get to this a little bit, 2 questions down the line. I see the Moonbeam was integrated like in your testnet, which we'll get to shortly. But if you don't mind, I'm just going to see what people are talking about in the live chat, and maybe we could take one quick question if that's okay with you. All right, we got 200 people watching. Thank you, guys. Anybody has a question, now is your time. If you don't have a question, that's cool. And Tibi Credo with the $10 super chat, thank you so much for that. That is our man himself, Phil, bro. So I'm actually returning back to you $990. Anybody has a question for Guy, please get them ready, okay? So I will most certainly take those questions when you're ready. I think we got one here. Going to do okay, so we got one question from Gustavo. What's up, Gustavo? Thank you for your question. How you guys are going to do to bring projects to the platform? So I guess he's asking, I don't know if there's something you already have planned or thinking of, because I know you're focusing on your platform right now, but if you could just give us a little glimpse into it, how would you go about getting new projects, right, coming into your platform to launch? Is that something you thought about just yet in terms of the marketing, or I don't know?
Thank you for the question. Basically, it's a great question. We put a lot of effort on the mission to bring high quality traffic and project to POOLZ platform. One of the solution that we already established is to partner with the blockchain that we integrate with. In parallel, we already opened application form. I don't know if your viewers saw it, but yesterday we opened application form.
Yes.
For new company that want to use our system at the beginning.
Yes, I did actually see that. Yeah, thank you for explaining that, and thank you for your question, Gustavo. You're doing a good job in the Telegram chat as well. So that takes me to my next question here. So basically, there are 2 types of pools, I believe, right? There's a what's it called, a direct sales pools, and there's another one called a time locked pool, or TLP. Could you just please elaborate on these 2 pools and what makes them different to each other, and how do they really operate for the viewers out there, please?
Yes, so the DLP is the direct pool. It's action like the regular swapping mechanism that we already know. From one side, project owner provide his token liquidity to the platform, and for other end, the investor that want to invest with ETH, USDT, etc. The direct pool allow the swapping to do immediately. For other end, the time lock pool, it's basically provide for project owner to manage his vesting under POOLZ platform. So if you have some rounding like the pre-sale, the private sales, you can use the platform with the vesting system that allow him to provide the token only in 1, 2, 3 weeks from now, not directly when the pool is ended.
Gotcha. So essentially, you're saying that how they got two options. They could enter into the pool and then they could actually have time releases for vesting periods. Oh, I see what you're saying here. So this is to distribute the tokens essentially then.
Absolutely. It's how the token will distribute.
Wow. I can use this right now. I need this right now, actually. That is pretty cool, man.
You're welcome. I give you access. Private one.
Thank you. That is really cool because I was actually distributing tokens and I can speak firsthand why this is needed and people know this as well. I would distribute tokens manually to each individual. So you can imagine the headache that takes. So this removes that. So that is really cool. So not only is it a decentralized token launchpad, but the way you distribute the tokens is also decentralized within the software.
Yeah.
That is really
cool. This is
cool.
what I said before. We put a lot of effort to provide solution for a project owner to manage all the process from A to Z, including the vesting period, of course.
That is awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff. This is really cool. I'm glad you actually made time to come onto the show because it's one thing to go over the website on your own and read the white paper, but when I can ask you direct questions to confirm these things, it makes the understanding process that much more easier. So with that being said, Guy, congratulations on your testnet. I believe that's live right now. Okay, I saw it's on your website. For the people who are watching this live stream, head on over to POOLZ.finance. You're going to see the testnet button. You can check out the user interface. However, I do have some footage right now, and as I pull this up, Guy would try to break it down for us. I say try because the video might move a little bit fast, but I could pause it. So Guy, as it comes up, which will be in the next 2 seconds, if you don't mind just kind of breaking this down for us. So I'll just make it slow. Yeah, I'll go back here actually.
So as we can see, there are testnet already integrated with 3 major blockchains: Ethereum, Tomochain, and Moonbeam. Mm-hmm. This is the lobby. This is the pool available right now in the lobby. At the beginning, you contact your wallet, obviously.
Mm-hmm. That's how it looks from afar.
Yep. Yes, after you connect your wallet. So it's puts 2 options, one for project owner, the second for investor.
Right.
The idea is that we provide solution for both sides to finalize the process if need in 3 steps. We put a lot of interface in the platform. So if you can click on join, for example, you see the pool available in the swap ratio.
Yes. Yes. So one thing here, Guy, this frame that we're looking at, number 35, or okay, let's say number 36, Sapin Network. So that's just an example. If it was a project that went through POOLZ, they're going to have, I guess, the name of their project there. And I believe, what's that address on the right? Is that the contract address for the token, or is that like okay, that's the contract address?
Yes, this is as you said, this is the address of the smart contract, and from the left. We see the pool name, the token name, and then the status, if it's green or red. If it's green, it's still open and available. If it's red, the pool already ended.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, the green dot there. That's so cool, man. I'm excited for this. And on the left there, the locked deal. Is that what we pretty much went over in the last question with the locked? No, that was vesting.
Yes, the logged in is another feature that we developed and already live in the testnet. It's part of our A to Z solution.
Right.
It will be a kind of escrow account for tokens.
Awesome, man. I like what I see. That is really, really cool stuff, especially when you have this sort of testnet for people to look at. Because a lot of people, again, like going back to what I just said, they just learn better with visuals, and to have this there where they could go on. Guys, go check it out right now. POOLZ.finance. You're going to see the testnet button and take a glimpse of this on your own computer so you can get a better understanding of it. Because I'm not too sure, the close-ups here might kind of blur things out for you guys, all right? So let's carry on. Okay, so POOLZ token. Let's talk about the token in itself, right? So in regards to like the benefits of the token, like what does this token actually do? The functionality, like in terms of people, you know, that really want to like hold on to this token because, you know, at the end of the day, they are investing into the token. Are there benefits for, you know, people who want to hold on to the token, maybe staking or something?
Definitely. So there is a number of major use case for the token. By the way, there will be more in the future. In all of our features, there will be incentive for our token holders. But for now, we have a better swapping ratio. It means that in every pool that will open in our system, there is some allocation that will be allocated only for POZ, for our POOLZ token holders with better swap ratio. Obviously, there is some pools that will be exclusivity, and the only option to get into it is if you are a POOLZ token holders.
Mm-hmm.
There will be some staking. Swap it's our LP in this case. It's a kind of a membership that we provide you cashback for every activity in the platform.
Nice.
And the governance, of course.
Nice. Okay, so that brings me to something here that I would just personally like to know. So, are you going to set some sort of like, you know, new projects coming in, like they're going to have to achieve some sort of like, you know, milestone of development progress, right? You know what I mean? So to ensure investors, right? I don't know if it's something you thought about, but just to make sure that they are actually developing as well. So, you know, they just don't get investors' money and, you know, oh, well, let's go on a yacht cruise like what we're going to do. But, you know what I mean? Where they just get funding and they just want to enjoy the money. Is there anything in place where you could ensure investors that, you know, we're going to make sure they develop and this is how we do it?
So as we know, when we spoke about decentralized, to finalize this issue for 100% is never easy. We already start to develop some mechanism that allow to insurance for our investor, but in parallel, the government will be very active in this kind of voting. What will be the next project that we'll be listing in POOLZ platform?
Gotcha. And that actually brings us to our next question, which indeed is the governance. Now, thank you for explaining to us the token functionality and the benefits involved with that. But in regards to the governance, for people who want to hold the token for the governance aspect to have a say in the you know, the POOLZ protocol, could you just elaborate a bit on that aspect, on the governance side of things and holding the token for that?
Yeah. So first of all, this will be launched very soon. All the system, we already start to establish everything. And we will divide it for different channels, but I mean, I believe the main two channels will be, first of all, to provide the right for voting for our next feature and to be involved in our product. We very put effort in order to involving our community in the product. It means that they have chance to set some rules, configuration for the code system. And the second issue is to right to voting, as I said before, for the next project that will be listing in POOLZ platform.
Oh, nice, nice. Okay, so
on top of that, sorry that I cut you. On top of that, and there will be some specific pool that our governments, they have possibility to participate in this kind of pool.
Gotcha. I like that. Yeah, so you're saying that how they would have a say if they hold a token and they want to be in the governance role, they would have a say in the upcoming projects, which ones that's going to go through POOLZ. Is that correct?
Yeah, we keep allocation for our government.
Love it. I love it. Because for me, it's all about, and this is why I would cover POOLZ more and more, because you guys are letting communities have a say, right? More than anything. And that's the direction we're going in, right? Even if we look at the traditional world, the future is becoming decentralized, right? We're going more and more into that. So I'm glad that you guys are you know, are on that radar, so to speak, and moving into that direction. Okay, so let's see the live chat. You guys are killing me with the super chat. I got to split half of it with Guy because the content entails two people there. I can't keep all that money. Thank you so much for the super chat, guys. We have Crypto Lifestyle Baby. Thank you for helping the community, helping out us little guys, TCL fam. And that came from Benjamin. Thank you, Benjamin. We got Rejuvenate. 90 also says, Well, he said fan, number one fan, and he gave a $10 super chat as well. We got Fraser Man with another $10 Euro super chat. Hit that thumbs up, peeps. Let's go bank that coin. Exactly. Gene also with the $10 super chat. I believe that's euros. Thank you so much, guys. You're ever grateful. Thank you for supporting the channel. I'm forever grateful for that. Let's get to the questions here. Anybody with a question? POOLZ token functionality. We just went over that. We love passive. Okay, what else we got down here? Let me see. There's a lot of messages here. And I just see people really, they're commenting. Not really too much questions, guys. Once again, do roll in the questions because I got about 2 or maybe 3 of my own here. POOLZ release dates. I don't know if that's part of this here, but I could ask later on. Ronnie says, are POOLZ token required to participate in the platform? Thank you so much. Yeah, that's a good question. I believe you did somewhat touched up on that, Guy. But is the POOLZ token required to participate, I guess, in the actual, like the projects that are coming through POOLZ?
Yes, so the pool will be divided. There will be some private pools that in order to participate, you should be POOLZ token holders, but there will be like a pool that you must to be our token holder. So like open pools and private one.
Gotcha. So yeah, there's an open and a private one. It depends. So like whichever one you will think benefits you the most. So it's not necessarily to actually hold a token as to what guys say.
It even depends sometimes in the product owner what you prefer.
Gotcha. Okay, I see. So if I want to launch a product or a project or whatever it is, and I'm going through POOLZ, the project owner also has some say, and so does people who hold the token. And you don't necessarily have to hold the token to also get into the project. Is what Absolutely. I got out of that. Perfect. That's Thank right. you. Okay, we have one more question here until we get to my next question, which is about Polkadot. Okay, that's a very good question from Jermaine. Will projects on POOLZ be audited?
It's a very good question. As we saw the market over the past few months, it's very important that the project that come to POOLZ will be verified for some on top of something. We already integrate with some companies in the space. It will be not required, but it will be feature that allow to project owner to be audit for the token and the smart contract before the listing, before the token sale.
Okay. Okay. Will you guys be, specifying audited, not audited yet, something like that, so people would know?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It will be like yeah. Okay. Good stuff. Well, I'll take one more question right now. So we got a few coming in now. Let me see here. Will there be individual caps? Okay. So Joe's Benny asks, will there be individual caps for participating in pre-sales depending on the number of POOLZ tokens held?
It depends.
Okay.
It's not processed yet.
Okay. So that's something you guys are you're determining right
now? Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Cool. Okay, you're determining that. No worries. No worries.
But I keep it for later.
Yeah, that's fine.
Remember, I need to provide you the answer.
Yeah, hey, that's okay, man. That's okay, as long as you're honest, that's the main thing, right? You could have just said anything, but yeah, these are things in the makings as well. So, yeah, it's all good. So, okay, guys, I'm gonna go on with my next question. Keep your questions rolling in. So let's talk about Polkadot. That's where the cross-chain aspect is going to take place, right? When will POOLZ be integrated officially, or migrate rather, to the Polkadot network, or is that something that's not determined as yet?
So yes, a few days ago, we announced about our integration with Moonbeam. Moonbeam basically is one of the biggest parachain under the Polkadot ecosystem. And we can say that from now, POOLZ already integrate directly on the Polkadot ecosystem. For our side, we deploy everything and we're waiting for the mainnet will launch officially from their side, from Polkadot.
Wow. So you guys are using...
We are ready.
You are already integrated into Polkadot through Moonbeam. Is that what you're saying? Wow.
Yes.
That is big stuff. When you said this took place recently?
Yes. couple of
That
days
is
ago, 3 days ago.
That is awesome, bro. That's big stuff right there. Because I know a lot of projects that come out, and I cover a lot of them, man. That's pretty much what I do for a living. But they will come out and say, "Oh, we're a Polkadot project," but they're still ERC20, and I get it. I get it. Like, that takes time. But then they remain ERC20 forever. Then the time comes, and it's like, when are you gonna, this Polkadot? Like, I feel as though a lot of projects are using that name Polkadot as a marketing sort of thing, right? But to find out you guys are already integrated. That's walking the walk there. So that's big stuff, really big stuff.
Thank you. Very important for us to integrate since the beginning with the network.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. The testnet's there. You're already integrated. I really do like how you're going to distribute the actual tokens through that mechanism as well, through the software, right? Which is a lot of people, like, when I try to explain, let's say, like, maybe you can relate to me, Guy, but when you're trying to explain this to, say, maybe friends or family members, they don't get it, right? They're like, what's this blockchain thing? That word blockchain throws them off, right? Decentralized. They're like, what is that? So the way I do it is I just say it's financial technology. They're both familiar. They're familiar with both terms, the word financial and technology, and it makes it a little bit easier to understand. And I think when I first heard that term fintech or financial technology, it said, well, it's a software or technology that's replacing human beings. And that's what I like there. So like what I just mentioned, I was manually distributing funds to people. So not only it takes away like human beings, which could be bribed. I think we have learned that this tech was built because human beings has these emotions and they could do bad things, right? So software self-executes. So you remove human beings and it actually makes my job easier, to have this do it the way it does. It's like a traffic light, right, Guy? We don't have a human being going red, yellow, green. We have this, it's this program. It's programmed to do that on its own. And it's much more trustworthy, right? So that's how I would explain to people. So that's just me.
Totally right. Agree with you.
Yeah, that's the best way. So yeah, no, awesome stuff, man. I'm really, really, really excited about this project, even more so. And I actually have one more question that I would love to know. Okay, love to know. It's my question. I think everybody's waiting to find this out, Guy. And maybe we can head back to the chat after for a couple more before we end it. But this is my question I want to know the most right here. There it is. When will POOLZ list on Uniswap, or when would this go live?
Great question. Unfortunately, I cannot speak about this issue, but if you speak about announcement, I want to share something. Is it possible to share any video?
Yeah, okay. I got the video you sent me earlier. Yeah, you want me to play that now?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, pay close attention because we got a video here that Guy sent me, and he told me not to look at it because it's it's a very important piece here and it's a surprise. So let's check it out.
Exclusivity announcement.
Oh, sorry. Oh shit! Oh shit! Wow! There we go! Wow, so you were playing with me, man. So guys, there it is right there. POOLZ is going to launch on January 15th, and I really didn't know this. He told me he has a video, but he told me not to look at it. So he was just yanking on our chain. He fully knew it was going to go live. It's going live right here. Let me bring this into the frame here. I think I could do it like this. I'll actually speed that up. Sorry. What's that?
6 days from now.
6 days from now. That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. So there you have it, man. They're launched. So this is a project, okay, that is pretty much already, well, not pretty much, they are already integrated in the Polkadot network. A lot of projects that I covered say Polkadot, but they didn't do that step as yet. These guys mean business. They're truly decentralized. In my humbled opinion, they're actually filling a void, and this is a demand. As you guys know, this is what I do, right? And this is how they're doing it, but setting up and structuring themselves a little bit differently with technology. Okay, so this is something that I really, really find fascinating, and we could talk about price, but to me, this tech and this service is much more important than that. And I think POOLZ will do, you guys know I don't talk smack. And normally when I say things, they come to fruition. I think this will do 5 to 15x within a few days. So let's see what happens. But I want to hear from you guys, the people. What's going on in the live chat, guys? And that is pretty much wraps up my questions. Now, if you guys got a couple questions or things that I didn't cover, now is your chance. So, Guy, if you don't mind, maybe about 2-3 questions, if that's okay with you.
Absolutely.
Okay, guys, this is your time to ask your questions directly from the horse's mouth, directly from the CEO, Guy Oren. Okay, so what do we have here in the chat? Okay, people are just talking. Okay, we got a question here. Pre-sale tokens, are they automatically sent to ETH address, or is this something to do in order to claim? So I guess this guy may have gotten into the pre-sale, and he's asking how do they get their pre-sale tokens, pretty much.
So all the investors that invest in our pre-sale will get automatically the token to the wallet.
Okay, so there you go. You're going to get it directly to your wallet. And would it remain ERC20 token? I know it's cross-chain and you don't necessarily have to change that to substrate framework. I guess the token will remain ERC20.
Yeah, that's right. The token will be ERC20 at the beginning, but later on we will use our, of course, synthetic mechanism and provide the token on different networks.
Awesome. Okay, guys, I will be taking 2 more questions here. What do we have? News to the auction. Felix, what do you mean by that? I'm not too sure what you mean by that. What do we have here? Okay, here's one. Here, Mike here from the TCL Telegram. Question, Guy. Where do you see POOLZ in the next 3 to 5 years from now? What does success look like for POOLZ in your eyes? So where do you see POOLZ in the next 3 to 5 years is what he's asking.
Great question, I must say. That's our space that we are target. I mean, the fundraising platform. It's a new space in our blockchain area. We saw the growth and the potential only at the beginning. So it's just starting to grow now. And we saw the industry grow together with us. A lot of new company. It's get into the market. And we believe that POOLZ will be dominant company and dominant player in the next 3-5 years. Moreover, I want to say this is why we in our token metrics, our token release is for 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait.
So
back up for a second. Back up for a second. sorry, Guy. Time out. Okay. So who's vested for 10 years? You said, did I hear that correctly?
I mean, some of our distribution of the total distribution will release only after 10 years.
Wow. You're talking about the POOLZ token? The POOLZ token itself or the projects?
Not the investor, but the rest of the company, like the staking, the swapping reward, divided for 10 years. So regarding the question whether I saw the company in 3 or 5 years, I believe it was in the beginning.
That is crazy. That is crazy because listen, dude, I've been covering projects for 3.5 years, and I've never once seen any vesting periods for freaking 10 years. So that speaks for itself that it's a long-term commitment here. Okay, so that clearly answers the question in itself. That's awesome. Really, really cool stuff. So this is most certainly a project that you see being here for a long time, and you know, a lot of people come to this space and they're looking for a quick buck. I don't think POOLZ is doing that based off of that statement and those metrics. So yeah, thank you for that answer, man. I didn't even know that myself. Okay, I guess I could take 1 or 2 more questions, guys. What do we have here? Okay. Nope, that's for me. Nope. Okay, so we got one here from Progressive ICO. What amount of tokens pre-sale investors will get if someone invested 10 ETH in pre-sale? I don't know if you have those numbers off the top of your head, but he's talking about...
Depends of the round that he invests. So it very depends of the round. The number of rounds, it's divided. It depends of the round that you invest.
Gotcha. Fair enough. Okay, I'll take one more question, guys. Make it a good one, please, okay? One last question before I say my conclusion. Okay, so Deep asks something here. It's quite in-depth, so let me take my time and read this. So Deep Verma, what's up, Deep? Thank you for joining us. As you mentioned, POOLZ protocol bridges the gap between project owners and investors. So are Are pool holders entitled to vote on pool's governance decisions? What other benefits do pools holders enjoy? Yeah, so we did go over that already, Deep. He answered that in regards to the staking, and I believe there was something else there. Guy, if you want to touch back up on that maybe very briefly. He's asking...
Summarize a bit the issue. Obviously, the governments will be a possibility to voting for some feature in the platform, and obviously for the next project in the platform. So we will involve the community in the system.
Gotcha. Okay. Now I would take one last question here, since that was one he already addressed. Okay, so okay, I guess we could ask this one here. Is there a time schedule for the 15th yet? So they got the date, but they want to know the time now on the 15th. Is
the
that
next
determined?
announcement? Let's schedule another interview.
Yeah, we could
for
do
the
that,
15th,
man. Let's do that for sure. We can most certainly do that. Schedule another interview. I could do another update video or what have you, man.
Then another exclusivity announcement regarding the time.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That you give them an inch, they want a yard, right? They want to hear it all, man. You can't release it in increments, you know.
By the way, in the same day, the platform will release for the mainnet. So the mainnet will release the same day on the TG.
You guys are developing fast, man. You guys are really developing fast. Good stuff. Good stuff. It's very rare to see a project, maybe not very rare, but the minority of the projects that go live, they don't have a mainnet launched as yet. You know, so I would love to know, are you guys thinking of trying to gun for maybe, like, this is a very lofty goal, but a parachain, you know, since you already have all these milestones, right?
Yes, this is why we integrate with Moonbeam, the parachain. Right. We prefer to keep it at the moment such this, to integrate with the major blockchain in the space, but you can never know, one day maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Because what Gavin likes is he likes to see projects putting their head down and going to work and progressing. And you guys certainly are, like, past, you know, current projects that, like, if a project was to go live on Uniswap, you gotta wait 5-6 months until the mainnet comes out. You guys are going on Uniswap and you already have that sorted out. So that's music to my ears. All right, guys, thank you for joining. Go ahead. Sorry
that I cut. This is what was our target since the beginning, to provide real product in the listing day.
Love it, bro. Love it. I really love your project even more so. Not only because this is, you know, I see myself doing this, and what POOLZ is setting up is really doing it in a decentralized way through software, and also having the community have a say, but also having your mainnet ready at time at launch. That's a real project. So I really salute you on that. Now, with that being said, guys, I'm done here. I'm just going to say my conclusion, and we'll just end it like that.
Thank you for the time.
My pleasure, man. So guys, POOLZ is creating a product that's in high demand, and I absolutely love that they are launching on the Polkadot, because that's where the future is, and it's a true decentralized project as well. You guys know, we all know there are projects entering this space on a daily basis, and if POOLZ could cater for that market, I think it's something that will not only be benefit for their investors, but it will benefit the crypto space as a whole. So thank you so much, Mr. Oren, for coming onto the program, and I will be following the POOLZ project very closely in the weeks and months to come. So you know what? There ain't really much left. Oh, actually, you know what? There is one last thing to say there, Guy. I need to ask you a question. What lifestyle are you living, Mr. Oren?
It's a question from the crowd.
It's the crypto lifestyle. Just say it's the crypto lifestyle, baby.
The crypto lifestyle.
I love it. I love it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Mr. Oren, and we will surely have you on the program. My pleasure, man. Cheers.